Okay, okay, let's start the class. So today we're going to cover the Google Colab and a bit of Python data type. In Google Colab, I'll do the introduction part, selection of the runtime, which is the GPU or the TPU, uploading data files in Google Colab, loading Google Colab as a folder, and sharing your Colab notebook. So I'm going to share my screen. I have a power issue, so my laptop might be shutting down anytime. So I'll try as much as possible to go as fast as I can, but also I'm recording the class. Is that okay with you guys? Samuel, is that okay?
Yes.
Am I audible enough?
Yes.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay. So yesterday I showed you how to open up the Google Colab. You just go to your browser, then you search Google Colab. Google Colab is a cloud-based platform for coding for data scientists and also for training your machine learning models. The only disadvantage that I'm going to start a new notebook. The only disadvantage that I said is that if you don't have the Pro Plus, you might run out of your RAM, and when you're running out of your RAM while using the Colab, it might crash. So you are always advised to be at least downloading your notebook as you continue doing your work in the cloud-based platform. I don't know why it's not opening up. Okay, now we're here. So this is the graphical user interface of the Google Colab. From my far left, you can see the file. The file is whereby when you click it, you locate your drive. You can open your Colab notebook in. Sorry for that. You can open your Colab notebook in a playground mode. In a playground mode, what it means is that whatever that you'll be doing in that section of the playground mode won't be affecting your original notebook. Going down, you can also start your new notebook by clicking on the file, open a new notebook, upload a notebook, rename your notebook, move to trash, save a copy of the notebook to your drive, and save a copy as a GitHub guest, and save a copy to GitHub. You can also save and pin revision history. Then you can download it. When you're downloading it, you have two options, which is the IPYNB and the .py. Joseph will explain more about the IPYNB and the .py when you'll be covering up your machine learning module. Okay, so edit part, select all cells, cut cells or selection. You can paste your cells, you can copy your selection. A cell is whereby this section here, right here. Are you guys seeing what I'm trying to explain? Gertrude, are you seeing? This is the cell part. You can add a cell by coming here, click on code, you can add a cell, then or you can add like another cell that you'll be able to type in maybe your title and everything. Okay, when you're running your cell, you click on display icon here. So for example, I can say print hello world. So when I print it, you can see here it's whereby it's running. This is the one that shows you it's running. So before you could start working on your cell, first you'll have to allocate your runtime here. by connecting. Usually it can connect for you automatically, or you can come right here and select the runtime that you want. Yeah, but it's always a none, but there's always the GPU and the TPU. Depending on the type of code you want to execute, you can always select Python or R. Okay, you've covered R with Savior, right? Is that okay, Samuel?
Yes, we did. Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
So when
The
you're trying to,
essentials.
when you're trying to execute an R code, you'll have to select the R environment. The advantage is that when you're selecting the preferred environment for your runtime, is that you'll find the pre-installed libraries in it. For example, in Google Colab, you can check the pre-installed libraries by typing in pip list, then you run. It will show you all the libraries that are pre-installed, which is TensorFlow datasets, estimators, and all that. These libraries, they will help you in the building up of your machine learning models in the future, in the next module. Okay. So for the TPU is called the Tensor Processing Unit, and the GPU is called the Graphics Processing Unit. They are both specialized hardware accelerators used in modern computing. What this means is you do not need a powerful machine for you to run like a complex machine learning model. You can always use the GPU or the TPU. Usually I see the GPU mostly is used in the game development industry. Then the TPU is used in the machine learning, deep learning, in the neural networks, the AI. So we have different architectures, and they're optimized for different types of computations, which is the architecture, performance, memory, and software support. Okay. So when the Python is a widely used programming language in the field of data science and machine learning. For the Google Colab, that's why it provides you with a Python runtime that allows you to write and execute a Python code seamlessly. The Python runtime in Google Colab comes pre-installed with popular libraries, which I've shown you by checking the pip list. The pip list. So for the R is also a programming language specifically designed for statistical analysis, data visualization, and data manipulation. Google Colab also provides an R runtime, which is here, which you check it by clicking runtime, then you go down by change runtime type, and you'll find them here. Okay. So when you want to know more about the hardware accelerator, you'll come here at the question mark icon, then it will take you to a link whereby you'll get to know more about what the specification of whichever project you're working on requires, which VM specification. Okay. So from there, the next one is the uploading of data files in a Google Colab. So for uploading data files in a Google Colab, mainly we use the drive. You can opt to extract your data directly from the drive, or you can opt to mount your drive. Then from your drive, you can copy the path and then extract the data. So for mounting your drive, we use this code, which is the Google Colab, which you have to import the drive from the Google Colab library. So from google.colab import driver, then you run. It was successful. Then now you mount. We mount the drive by using the drive.mount, and parentheses /content /drive. Then after executing that code, you'll get up a pop-up window that will require you to select which type of drive you want to mount. Depending on where you've uploaded your data in your drive, you'll come here. Mine, I always use one, which is my email, which is connected to my email. Then I will allow. But make sure you've selected the drive which has the desired data that you had uploaded there. If you don't do that, you'll always get an error, because when you're trying to locate the path, your machine can't be able to locate the path. So after mounting your drive, you'll come here and then come here to confirm whether your drive was mounted. Right here it is, drive, and here is our drive, and here is the contents of our drive. So for example, if I want to use the insurance, this one, the insurance.csv, I'll come here. You see the 3 dots? Can you guys see the 3 dots here? Someone to confirm to me. Yeah, you'll come here and click, then you'll have to copy the path. After copying the path, of course, you'll have to read now the data. In Python, we use the pandas. We use the pandas. We use the pandas library to manipulate, read our data. So first of all, you'll have to import the pandas. So you import pandas hash pd, and you run your code first. Then you'll come down, depending on how you want to assign your data. It can be a data frame, it can be data, it can be your name. As long as you'll be able to remember while you're manipulating the data, you'll be able to remember the type of name you had assigned your variable. So for me, usually I used a data frame, which is df. Then I'll assign my data with the path, which is pd. Remember, we have installed the pd, which is the pandas. pd.read underscore csv. Then now I'll have to input the path. The path as to where my data is, which is /content /driver / my path over there. Okay. Can have it this way. Yeah, to open and close the double quotation marks. And we run our code. Oh, we have an error. Oh. There are no such file or direct. Oh, so the insurance.csv, I had already deleted it. So we can take even the Walmart.csv. Let me see. Oh, the Walmart is there. Okay, so after now this one was successful, your data is already in the cloud, so you're able to manipulate it from the cloud, which is the Google Colab. Confirm for it, we can use now this one is more of machine learning, which Joseph will cover, which is df
Actually,
head.
are you able to zoom a little bit?
I don't know, because I'm recording the class. You're not able to see well.
I don't know about the others, but I think it will be better me so that I can be able to see somewhere.
You're the one who has an issue.
Yes, yes. If you're able to zoom out, it would be better. But
Okay. Okay. Let me see what I can do. Okay. Who has any idea on how we can do it?
but we can continue and then you can check it later.
But I'm recording the class. Sawa.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm recording the class. So usiogope. So a bit of it, the df.head, that's the code to print the first 5 rows. So in Python we start indexing with 0. Regardless of the data, we start naming from 0, 1, 2, 3, as you can see on my screen here, besides the store column. Yeah, that's how you mount data, and that's how you read data from your Colab drive. So I'll show you on how to share it. On how to share your Colab or your Colab notebook. Come here, share. Can you guys see my top right beside the settings?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. When you click the share, it'll give you a pop-up window. Then you'll have to give the authorization, which anyone with the link, or restricted. Restricted is whereby you'll be given, when someone has the link and tries to click on it, you'll have to get an email so that you can allow him to access the link. But anyone with the link, anyone can access the link. Anyone can see on how you are trying to manipulate your data in the column. Any question up to that point?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
So I wanted to ask about the data, the Walmart data, because for me, I don't have it. How can I get it in order to confirm that whatever I'm doing is right?
For the Walmart data, I can share it in the
Yeah.
group.
Okay, so you can share that so that when we run the code, it can help.
Yeah, I will share it.
Okay,
You'll learn more of this when you'll be covering the machine learning part.
okay.
But it's just an introduction and an overview. When you'll meet with Joseph, we'll show you more about how to use the Colab. Any other question? Samuel, are you okay up to that
Yes.
point?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm okay.
Claire? Any issue?
Hey, I came in a little bit late, but I'm following through.
Okay. Philip? Kupoa?
Yeah, mi niko sawa.
Almasi, are you okay up to that point?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay. So when you want to rename your notebook, you'll just come here, file, then rename. Always, then you can say March code. You'll have renamed your notebook. So because I've told you you should keep track of the RAM here and the disk. I've had issues in the past whereby when I used up my RAM, everything crashed and I wasn't able to retrieve because I didn't have the Google Colab Pro Plus. So every time you should come your file, then you download your progress, depending on how you want to download it, but I always prefer the IPYNB. Yeah, then it will be successful. That's how you download your Google Colab file. Okay. Sawa. Up to that point tuko poa.
Sawa.
Yes, Gertrude.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
I have a question because yesterday we downloaded the Jupyter notebook.
Yes.
So which one are we gonna use between the two?
For this class, I think we'll be using the Google Colab because I want to share the link. So, as I'm moving, it updates on your side. You guys will be able to follow up typing on your side as I type again on my side. Depends on how you guys want to do it. But the only advantage with Colab is that I can share the link and it can be updating on your side and you'll be following my steps. Yes, Almasi.
Just have a simple question.
Yeah.
The Google Colab and then the Jupyter and all other there was a time I was learning Python. I was introduced to PyCharm as the environment. So
Yeah.
are they same? Are they the same?
Yeah, they're the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the thing with PyCharm, you have to install every time the packages that you want to use, PyTorch and all, sklearn. That's the same.
All right.
Because you can also because you see now the way you guys had downloaded Anaconda in your computers, you can now again use the VS Code. Like yesterday I had explained. Let me show you. So you can use the VS Code. So I can still use Visual Studio, and I'll come here, select my kernel. Now this one is offline. Now I'll come here, select my kernel. Then I'll have to wait a minute first. Then I'll come here, select my kernel. Then you can see here the part whereby I have Anaconda, which is my base for Python 3.10.9, and the Python which I had pre-installed before, which is the 3.11.2. Can you see, Almasi?
I can see.
So now I can come here and select the Anaconda library because I know the Anaconda library comes with the pre-installed libraries. Then it will be easier for me. So whenever I'm running my code, I won't incur any errors. That's the only advantage with downloading the Anaconda prior.
Sawa.
But bado the PyCharm is still okay, but it's so very heavy. It's heavy sana. Sometimes it requires more RAM.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so that's why now we have the likes of Google Colab, we have the likes of VS Code, and then you can configure your VS Code and use it. Because for example, if you're using like a 4 GB RAM computer with PyCharm, you'll have to struggle. Your computer will keep on overheating and lagging. That's why you see now here at VS Code, you're able to select your runtime type, which is the GPU or the TPU. All this, they hold all the required specifications for you to run your machine learning model, whether it's heavy or whether it's light. Any other question? Before I move to Python data types now. Vanessa,
Yes.
do you have a question?
No, I don't.
Okay. Anne, you see Anne joined. And were you able to install your Anaconda? Okay, let's move to the native data types. So should I share, or you guys will follow? Should I share the link? Anyone? Samuel, should I share the link? Ndio si struggle kuangalia.
Yeah. Please.
Okay. Again, you can open up the link now. We continue the data types. Then you confirm to me if you're getting the same display I'm getting. It's in the group. You can also share it in the chats here. Umefungua link. Have you guys opened the link? Samuel, confirm.
Yeah. Tumefungua.
Are you getting the same information I had typed before?
Yes.
Yes.
It's okay now.
Yeah.
So we move forward to the Python data types now. Confirm if it's updating. Has it updated?
No. I haven't seen anything. Nothing has updated
Refresh.
on my side.
Anyone else? Has it updated?
No, it
Yes, it
has
has.
not. On my
Philippine.
side, no.
No, it hasn't.
Refresh. Try to refresh.
On my side, it has.
Philip, wewe ime-update?
Yangu ime-update.
Okay, let's continue. Maybe that's the network. So for the Python data types, Python has several native or built-in data types that are available as part of its standard library. Some of the commonly used native data types in Python, it's integer, float, boolean, string, list, tuples, dictionary, and sets. So I think we're going to start with the integers. Yesterday I had shown you guys on how to check on the type of data type you're working on. So for example, you just type and let's say 2. When you enter, it will tell you whether it's an integer, it's a boolean, with it. So like type false. Okay, getting an error here. Is it updating on your side? Can you update? Philip.
Mi kwangu iko sawa.
Samuel.
Side yangu lazima ni refresh every time.
Oh,
But
every
in
time.
update after. But in
Oh.
update nikirefresh.
Sawa. So you can check the type of data type you're working on by just typing on type, open parentheses, and then have your data type in between the parentheses, and you'll get to know whether it's an integer, it's a string. Yeah. So we're going to start with integers. With integers, we have the integers. They are under the numeric. The numeric data types. We have the integers, we have the float, and we have the complex numbers. For integers, it's a whole number. For a float, it contains decimals, and for complex, it's whereby we have the imaginary numbers. So I'm going to start here by saying I'm going to have a comment. Numeric data types are classified into integers, float, and complex numbers. Complex numbers. If you do not put the hashtag, you'll get an error. So we start with the integers. That's how you can put comments in your code when you're coding in Python. So for integers is a whole number. Let me just type in for those who did not join the class. Sorry for that. Let me just navigate to the markdown. Integers are all numbers. I'm having a power issue, that's why I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Whether it's a positive or a negative. Whether it's a positive or negative. Okay. I've shown you now to check whether it's a positive or a negative. You can even have type -9. You still get it as an integer. Then for floats, it's of course you have to get a decimal in your execution. So float has a decimal in the execution. So for example, we say it's a type, let's say 4.5. You get it as a float. Any question up to that point? Because up with that point.
Hello.
Yes.
Akitoni mean a float.
Wapi?
No, as in, okay, nimefungua ile the link you sent us.
Okay.
Alafu sasa from there I don't know what's next.
So
Inaniletea
you are here. You are at this point here.
yeah, that's a long list. It's
Oh. So now here, I was just trying to explain on how Colab works. So these are the
okay.
pre-installed libraries. You learn more about these ones when you get to machine learning. Here in anything
Okay,
to do with the Python class for today.
okay. Sasa nikitaka kutype kama wewe nateremka chini kabisa.
Lazima uteremke chini kabisa hadi hapa. But unaona mimi ndio admin. I'm the admin for the link. So you cannot update it. I'm the only one who can update it.
Okay.
So for you, you're just watching along.
Okay, sawa.
But umelewa
Haya,
about
asante.
integers and floats. Because I've started explaining about the data types in Python. Okay.
Haya, sawa.
Any other issue? Any other issue? Philip, tuko poa? Yes, Almasi.
Yeah, so this link you sent, it doesn't update in real time because mine I have to keep on refreshing the page.
I don't know. It's supposed to be updating in real time. I don't know why it's behaving that way.
So I think I'll just follow your presentation.
Okay, let me try to share this one. Also, this one can work. But now this one, I'll have to go to my email and then I start,
It's okay. I think I can just follow whatever you're presenting, then maybe I'll revise later.
And at the end of the class, I'll still share my notebook in the group.
All right.
Okay. Samuel, are we good? Uko poa?
Yes.
Sawa. Niliona Venesha, wewe ndio ulikuwa umeinua mkono ama it's Fiona?
No, not me.
Okay. Sawa. Okay. So we continue to the complex numbers. So for the complex numbers is whereby an imaginary number is being put. Complex numbers. For complex numbers is when an imaginary number is involved. And you have to note that the imaginary number is always a j. And note that the imaginary number, the imaginary letter is always a j. Letter is always a j. Okay. So for you to check for a complex number, you just type in type. You can have like 34. You can decide to have an operation on it. And then a 7 for j. Then you execute. Then it will have to tell you it's a complex. You can also have it as a type 9 j. And also have it as a complex. Okay. But when you try to substitute the j with another letter, you'll get an error. So let's say like type for then k, get an error because it's invalid. It's always j. So can we move now to Boolean?
Yes.
Okay. Boolean. For booleans, these are data types that only has two built-in values, which is either false or true. Data type with two values, which is either true or false. For you to check on these, you can decide to perform an operation on it, whereby you'll just say like type one is greater than 5. Okay, then you store your value in type. It will tell you that it's a boolean. Then you'll come down and say 1 is greater than 5. Then to know whether it's true or false, then you run. It's false. Kosa wadi hapo. I don't want to confuse anyone.